Lord, I'm taking y'all for a ride, start buckling up. While I smash into a wall, my life fucking me up. 200 on the dash, a baddie sucking my nuts. I wrote my suicide note twice.
What is going on, nomads, party people, and strangers everywhere across the internet? It is that time once again to dust off some stuff on my shelf. Today we are doing a Nomadic Reviews episode about Hazbin Hotel. Now, this has been on my shelf for a while because I'm like, do I really want to go about this? Do I really want to have people say, I want to get the smoke from Vivziepop? And today I'm here to finally answer that question. What smoke? So here's the entirety of the pilot. Basically, in hell, there is a princess by the name of Charlie trying to make sure that she makes a hotel for demons that want to be redeemed and go to heaven.
You know, because hotels are for people passing through.
And she makes this hotel that becomes the Hazbin Hotel by her future business partner of Alistair, aka the Radio Demon.
Hello! Oh!
That is the essential plot with a huge cast of characters for as long as the eye can get a grasp of for peripheral vision. And if you had like that horse vision of 350 degrees of vision, just whah! Every single bit of that would have just been that whole entire goodness. Plus, I think one of my friends by the name of Chase was one of the additional vocals for a song, I believe.
Dress them up for now with just a smile. Coronate this cesspool with some old redemption flair and show these simpletons some proper class and style.
So, a bunch of good stuff, I could say, was very much instrumental in the making for all this entire pilot. But, how do I go about this? This pilot has a lot of problems. Now, if you guys want me to say anything about the animation style and about how it's just all over the place animation-wise, I'm not going to go there because if you're trying to make a consistently good pilot for something on a huge scale of a deadline to make sure people know that your product exists, you want people to know what the fuck is going on, you gotta do what you can with the time that you are allowed to, because not every pilot is gonna be mwah for everyone's whole entire sense and sensibilities, so there are gonna be sequences that aren't gonna be matching up to other qualities of animation. That's something any person in business will tell you. You have to do what you can with what you have. Not everything's going to be as fluent or as pristine as what you originally perceive. You have to do what you can with what you have. If we're going to be talking about vocal ranges and all the stuff with the vocal cast, nobody had an issue with me personally about how they did their job. Everyone was very consistent with how they were trying to do everything and convey the exact emotion about what it means to be a sinner in hell, to be a demon in hell, to make chaos reign in hell. Every single thing was on the money. Everything that you could expect from the Inferno was perfectly fine visually and vocally.
Go on.
But here is my issue with Hazbin Hotel as a pilot. There was no solid focus for a good portion of the pilot itself. Like, when we begin everything, our eyes are drawn to Charlie singing because she is the focal character for the entire series. We're following her journey. We're trying to make sure that she's doing well. However, the problems come into play when we're then diverting that focus to then follow up on a storyline of a gang war that has nothing to do with Charlie's journey, other than Alistair wants to show Charlie that there is a lot of stuff that's irredeemable about people like her client Angel Dust, who is a drag queen prostitute that does gay porn.
Say what now? What now?
Yeah, that's how it goes. And if it weren't for Angel Dust being that character that just so happened to be tied to Charlie, then there wouldn't really be a reason for that entire plot thread to exist, because it would still just be about the hotel, about how it's a laughing fit about demons being redeemed. Like, literally, as much as I love angel dust as a concept, in the whole entire thing of storytelling, if you were to remove it like so, and just focus on the main plot thread as a straight line for a narrative, it still is going to be the same thing, because they'll look at the news report and see Cherry Bomb and the guy with the hat and the eggs, and it's like, okay, so prime example of anything about demons not being redeemable, just have this as the star conflict, and Charlie would just still be defeated, she would still be upset, and Alistair would still make his move to do exactly what he does later on in the episode.
What the hell did you just say?
A lot of different things in focus will not make a short good, will not make a pilot good, will not make a product good. Too much of narrative threads is too many cooks in the kitchen for anything of storytelling. And from just that one alone is why Hell of a Boss and Holidays are two much more superior products from Vivzie. So if we're just following from a narrative perspective instead of just the artistic or the vocal or just the sound design in general, it's not really a good start for what will probably be an amazing series, I will admit. But as a creative myself with a lot of shows that I myself have made, and Lord knows certain plot threads really just went absolutely nowhere, it's just having it to where you want everything to be flushed out as quickly as possible is oftentimes the most detrimental thing to your plot threads, to your entire recipe for excellence and for prosperity for your product. You have to make sure that your show, like anything in life, as if it's like your child, being treated well, being properly fed, being shown the right stuff, but if you overload it, it ends up resenting you. And as much as I revel in being a critic that just has no shits to give, I don't want Vivziepop's creations to end up spiraling in on her to be like, I don't want to be an animator anymore, because she has a lot of talent, she has a lot of potential, and she has a lot of things that she can make wonderfully beautiful because she has the talent for it. I just want her to make a stronger product to where everything is good, not just lackluster because of certain elements that makes it less than grand. But aside from me having this heart-to-heart with Vivzie that I'm sure she will never see, it's time to go into the review portion that gives the rating system! Please don't do that close-up on my face again, because that was still creepy. No one needs to see the fact that I haven't shaved all day. So I will be giving the entirety of the pilot of Hazbin Hotel. Unfortunately, this is going to be super low because narrative portions are very important to me as a story guy. So I'm going to have to give this a 7.2 out of 13. Giving it a C- and awarding it only 3 out of 7 stars. And giving it the bronze plaque. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted to give this a lot more of bigger esteem and whatnot, but the more I just sat on this and the more I just tried to have everything get digested within my mind about how to go about this, I'm like, Vivzie, you could have done so much better. How did this turn out to be how it was narratively? You have a good product. Hopefully the series is way, way better. Hopefully. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Actually, I'm keeping all my fingers crossed. And I'm also going to try and cross my legs and my toes. And I'm going to cross my tongue. And then I'm going to cross my neck like so. You ready? You ready? And... Boy, you crazy!